Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
My favorite symbol is the tree of life. Where's my book? I don't know where my book is. Oh, no. All right. I can't find my book, so I'm going to do these cards. Oh, my feet are hurting. Hi, YouTube. How are you today? I was just, hey, Boo. Hey, Jewel. I was just asking Instagram if anybody felt drained. And if you're feeling drained, it's not tired, it's not exhausted. It's just like, I don't know if I want to go to work today. Stay home. I don't know. Call out if you work from home. I don't know if I feel like going to the grocery store. Listen to yourselves. Because this energy, this eclipse energy is draining. It's so draining. So you don't want to power through. Put on your timer so you don't go over. Oh, that's too much work. You're so right, beautiful conundrum. But that means I'm working like a real job, and I hate that. I hate that feeling. Hey, Shay, how are you? Yes, I feel so tired and have a bit of anxiety. Anxiety makes me tired. Stop having anxiety over what? What are you having anxiety for? Name the anxiety pulse. Name it. If you can't name it, then it's not real. You're having anxiety over something that you're just used to your body having anxiety. Has anybody ever had that? Where you stress your life out so much that when it's good, you don't understand calm energy. So then you create something that gives you anxiety. Have you ever done that in your lifetime? A lot of people do that. Anybody? And I feel anxiety is a go-to word. It's a go-to word. Anxiety is real. But it's also a go-to word, I think, sometimes to explain bad behaviors. Love yourself, know your worth. You feel what I'm saying, right? That when life is good, you're not used to your cells being calm and your cells being receptive to life being okay. And you say to yourself, what is this? Because you're not used to it. So then you interact with people that give you what? Anxiety. That pulses up that energy because that's the only energy that you know. What's generalized anxiety issues? What is that? I think that's exactly what's going on. You're so in touch, Tracy. Thank you. I can't believe a year has passed already concerning George Floyd. Yeah. I think that we've learned so much about ourselves this year. Yeah. But seriously, write down what you're worried about, right? Acknowledge it. I'm worried about this. And handle only that you can fix. Handle only the big things. Everything else might not be that big of a thing. Seriously. Why are you trying to shop in hurry? Where are you going when you say hurry? I don't know what that means, Alexi. Spirit stops me to address people. What does that mean? I think a lot of you are driving yourselves crazy. I really do. I think it's time to start addressing anxiety issues. I think it's time. I think entering the metaphysical world is handling what you can and maybe not worrying about things that only God can control. I know, right? Beautiful conundrum. Thank you. Oh, you all need to take a chill pill. All I'm hearing is you from different people. I worry about nothing, girl. When I tell you nothing, you know what I worry about? Whether or not I'm doing good readings for you. Because that's important to me. That is spiritually important to me. Other than that, nope. I feel free. I swear to God. Like, I don't know if I told you this story recently. I'll tell it again because I just love telling this story as a really good example of not to worry. I was in a car accident before the COVID. The car was totaled. I got my money for the car, right? And because I got my money quick, because the insurance company didn't know what to do when COVID shut down. So they were trying to clean out their books. I happened to fall into that grouping of them trying to clean out the past. Boom, I came in and they're like, we're going to clean you out right away. We're going to pay off your car, right? And then they sent me a letter around June. And they were like, you caused this car accident. And I was like, no, I didn't. No. I did cause the car accident. I literally ran a red light. And they're like, well, let us send you some proof. So they sent me the video because the driver was a Lyft driver. And so he had a camera, right? And boom, I was completely the cause. You can even see where he had the green light. And so they wrote me again and they go, you're going to pay $22,000 for his medical bills. And I was like, well, that's a lot of money. And then I was like, God, I don't have $22,000. What do I do, God? And what the message that I got was, just ignore it. And I was like, okay, I'll ignore it. And then my lawyer called me and she's like, Tracy, you need to call me right now. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, God, what do I do? And God said, ignore it. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to ignore it. God said, ignore it. And then cut to November, I get a letter that said, you have been completely exonerated of paying this $22,000. It's wiped out. No worries. I don't worry. Excuse me, I don't worry about anything. I think you all have to decide whether you're with God or not. Right? Are you with your highest source or not? Because your highest source will always take care of you. I'm not saying humans aren't going to come for you. I'm not saying you're not going to have bad relationships. I'm saying, do you trust God or not? So anxiety doesn't work for anyone. And if you do have anxiety, identify it. Stop having anxiety over minor things. Thank you, Beautiful Conundrum, right? Beautiful Conundrum is in my group. So she's also one of those people that's like manifesting and getting it. She's like, man, things are just, I say it, I get it, and I'm like, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. But if you're in a constant mode of believing in anxiety, do you have spiritual authority? Or is anxiety your God? Because at some point, we have to learn to restructure and shift what no longer works for us in our everyday lives. Most of you are raising children still. Do you realize that the way you operate is what you're giving to your children? I wish you could see my son. I wish y'all could see him. This is my son. And he's happy because he understands the highest quality of authority is beyond himself. And luckily, he married a woman who's exactly the same way, used to carry anxiety, but have learned that she is in control. Not that there not going to be moments of, oh my God, right? The car breaks down, right? Oh my God. You go to that dealership and you already know God's going to give you your car. You walk in that dealership and say, so I need a car. They're going to work it out because God makes the decisions for you. And if you don't get the car, God makes the decisions for you. So if something doesn't work out for me, I'm like, okay, God, I guess you don't want me to have that. And when I wait, I get something better. Seriously. Oh, I love that. The ghetto cooking show. Worry is energy. Right. You will attract drama to your... Right. But I don't like drama. So. But I like the birds that like to talk to me. I like peace. I love my job. Beyond that, I don't worry. But again, in order to stop this anxiety issues that the whole world has, right? Write things down. What is it that you're worried about? And Alexi, where are you rushing to when you're shopping? Shopping is about leisure. Shopping is about fun. Where are you rushing to? Yes, Sheena. Well, Sheena, you're another one that's growing. I've watched you evolve, Sheena. Yes, I stopped worrying too. And you're a Taurus. And that's one of the things that Taurus love to do is worry. I've come to the conclusion it's not my business and God will take care of it. He sure will. All you have to do is say, is this for me, God? All right. I'm out. I choose peace, yes. Hi, ID Pulliam. How are you? What are you guys saying over here? Yes, ma'am. No worries. I know. Beautiful Conundrum. I've watched you grow too. Less me. More we. Less ego, more service people. Yeah. Yeah. There might be a connection to me, and self-absorbed, and understanding that if you're of service, that maybe you might have less worry. I'm working on it. Okay, Cynthia, I appreciate you saying that. I'm working on it means a lot to me. All right, Nelly. I don't know what you're worried about. Write down what you're worried about. I just finished telling everyone, write it down and only address the thing that you can handle today. I like that, Red Roses, and be ready for the answer because the Heavenly Father will answer you. Like I said, when God said, don't worry about paying off this man's medical bills, I didn't even question it twice. I was like, okay. And then my lawyer called me and she was like, Tracy, you need to call me. And I didn't call her. No, because if I call her, that costs me money. I already said I'm not paying $22,000. Why am I going to call my lawyer for her to charge me $150? Make it make sense. God said, nope. And I said, okay. And then I get this letter that says, God told us to exonerate your bill. And I was like, oh, look at God. That's what God was trying to tell me. God was like, no, that's because I got this. I got this, Tracy. By the way, that happens a lot. Full trust in God. Full trust in your highest authority. Full trust in prayer. If something doesn't work out, it wasn't supposed to work out. So, next. Bye. Hey, Black Daddy. Goodbye. Well, go back to work with a positive attitude. Seriously. We're still in a pandemic. You won't be back for long. Everybody will be back. Everybody be back in the house? Go to work. Be positive about it. Has anybody seen what is happening in Japan? Does anybody see what's happening in Japan? COVID cases are rising in Japan because they're getting ready for the Olympics in June. Japan, you were supposed to cancel this altogether. I know you lost money. Gotcha. You're about to lose Japanese people. You're about to sacrifice your own people for this Olympic event. Weird? I think so. Greed? Definitely greed. Greed doesn't work with COVID. The COVID cases are rising. I have heard about, yeah. Oh my God. I pray for everyone that is going to Japan. You know, all the athletes, they feel like this is something they need to do. And it really isn't, guys. You guys really need to decide who decides you are the best in the world because COVID doesn't like none of this. COVID said shut everything down. Now Japan's got the Olympics. It's coming up in June. COVID cases are rising. Who dies? And I'm dead serious. Who dies? Fantastic athletes that if you just waited another year, you'll be back at your A game, you know, in competition. Who dies? All of Japan dies? Does any of this make sense? I heard beautiful conundrum. I heard good luck. I heard. You know why? Because they want all the kids to be vaccinated. That's why. It's all but a trick. What's June 15th, Los Angeles? By the way, you can opt for your child to be homeschooled in New York City. You just have to demand it. Oh, it is an option? Oh, if it's an option, then those that can take on the option, take on the option. I homeschooled my son when we were in New York City because he was always acting. We never knew where we were going to be from one minute to the next. So I homeschooled him. He turned out just fine. Well, that's negative talk. This feels like the mark of the beast. That's negative talk. It's not the mark of the beast. It is people aren't operating well. And God is taking those that aren't operating well. Do you understand? He's going to leave behind people that are of service to each other. Think, guys, think. It's really important that we get there metaphysically. 2019 is gone, never to come back again. Greed, me, going to work like zombies, gas prices. Oh, I feel sick to my stomach right now. God gave y'all over a year to reset. Over a year. And some of you all didn't get the memo. Oh, I understand. Beautiful conundrum. I need something sweet. Oh, let me drink some of this. Hold on. My vitamin C. Vitamin C. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Aww. Oh. Get Tipsy says, talking about me, she always speaks facts. Thank you, sweetie. Last year, she told me exactly what was going to happen. It was scary, but true. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you saying that. Yes, that's because we waste so much of it. But what you need, be mindful. Tracey Brown. What does that mean, beautiful conundrum? We waste so much of what? I might have missed something. Oh, does sugar cause mucus too? My sister's fine. I think I'm going to see her on Sunday. I'm going to see her on Sunday. I think I'm going to ask if they want to bring her to me on Sunday. She's doing fine. I don't listen to Rand Paul, guys. Vinegar, there's no way vinegar causes mucus. It would take the mucus away. Vinegar causes mucus? Is that what you're saying? I could see sugar. But what I'm suffering from is allergies. There's a cough. Oh, shit. I get a prescription cough every year, but I ran out. And I don't think my doctor is going to believe me at this point. Damn it. I'm just worried about traveling because the cough comes out of nowhere. Maybe I'll get something over the counter. Damn it. All right. I got like 1 more month with this cough. Everything was a little delayed because of the mask mandates. Usually this cough comes in February, but people are just taking off their masks. So whatever that is, now I'm being affected. It's a little delayed. Yes, Drew, my sister and I are twins. She got diagnosed. Love yourself. Oh, said food prices are rising. That's what you said. I'm confused. Hi, Ro Denise. Hi. All right. Everybody got their talked out? Got all talked out? Let's look at the cards for today. I pulled 3 of them. Oh. And today's card, past, present, future. Let's see what we're talking about today. Illusion, self-examination, distortion. I think this is very indicative of what I was talking about with the overuse of the word anxiety. Overuse of the word. I think doctors love to use the word anxiety, and then they provide you pills for your anxiety, and then that's how they keep their business going. When I'm good at listening to doctors first, and then metaphysically growing out of anxiety-based actions. So a lot of what you all are going through is thrust upon you. It's thrust upon you from your environment, your childhood, thrust upon you with your relationships, thrust upon you that by the time you get to a doctor, they're like, well, it's anxiety and please take these pills. You know, one of the ways that I learned that you could be manipulated was through my own mother. And my mother used to say, she drove me crazy. My mother used to say, do you have to go to the bathroom? And I would say, no. And she would say, she would touch me right here. And she'd go, feel that? And I go, yeah. She goes, that means you have to go to the bathroom. And then she'd go to the bathroom. And I did. And so I grew up with that anxiety of always measuring my inability to hold my urine. Because my mom told me I always had to go. Do you know to this day, I will feel myself to see if I have to go to the bathroom? Well, guess what? If you feel yourself, you put pressure on the bladder and you do have to go to the bathroom because now you touch it. Your brain says urine because that's what you've been trained to do by your mother, who's a little loopy. And then boom, you go to the bathroom. So when I was in my young 20s, I went to the bathroom often. I gave myself some weird condition, convincing myself I couldn't hold my urine because of my discipline, because of how I was taught. And so at some point growing up in my mom's house, she no longer had to, do this. She would just say, do you have to go to the bathroom? And I'd go, yes. And she'd go. She was crazy. And she made us all crazy. Period. It took me until I was in my 30s to recognize the level of crazy. And then I had to say, God, no mas. I don't know what the fuck that was. I can't do this. I can't act this way. Some of you all are responding to your discipline in your childhood. And it's very... Get tipsy. This is a true story. I will always tell you, my mama was crazy. Oh my God, I wish you were here right now so I could be like, woman, you were crazy. In any case, she conditioned all of us, yes. And so, with that being said, my mama was also a hypochondriac. You know, she would breathe to the left and boom, she was at the doctor. And so, identifying who you are based upon some childhood interference, man, y'all better learn to work that shit out. Seriously. Mm-hmm. Cynthia, you're doing all the right things. You're doing all the right things. It's a lifetime. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Get tipsy's like, I know my mom's crazy as well. So I bring this up because of this card, illusion, self-examination, distortion. I like to question how many of you all actually have anxiety and how many of you all was told that you have anxiety. And how many of you all, the medical community needs you to have anxiety. Well, yeah, I mean, some things might be good, though, get tipsy, right? I don't know if it's so bad if your mom asked you that question. I don't know. I think that might be a good thing. And I think it's really good that you're asking your daughters constantly. I think what you should add to that is, if anything ever happens, tell me. Tell me. I ask because I want you to have the freedom to know you can tell me anything. All right? Tracy, one of the things I always said is whatever has happened to you as a child, and once you become an adult, look at it from an adult perspective and try and handle it. Yeah, I've learned that too. I've kind of learned as an adult, but it takes a while to understand, are you here? Are you present? Or are you so worried about a future that's not here yet? Like, it takes a while to balance all of that out. So forgive yourselves if you have anxiety. Forgive yourselves. Just take today to try and figure out what is and what was and who did this and da 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 da. Forgive yourself. All right, next card. Lord have mercy, God. What is happening in the world? Apprehension. Moving out in the world with doubt and fear. But there's so much growth around you. Some of you don't speak up enough. Some of you worry all the time. And some of you are in such a fetal position, even if you're standing and working. You live your life from a fetal position. But there's so much growth around you. That's the green. But you don't have the ability to speak up and defend yourself, or you think that if you do speak up, you could lose your job. You think if you speak up, you could lose your partner. You doubt yourself in everything. You're just so afraid to go left or go right or tell people how much you love the metaphysical world. Not that I'm saying you should. I'm saying it just really counts for a lot of issues going on, a lot of anxiety. Oh God, please, please let this card balance out. All right, help me, God. Oh, this is a good card. Regeneration, rebirth, positive outcome. I would say there could be some major changes in the next 16 months. I would say it's just time for change and let it happen organically, but speak it into existence. Start writing down what you're constantly worried about. Like, write it down. And then decide that what I'm going to worry about is things that I can manage today. Literally today. For instance, if you're in school and you know you need to study, go to school and study. If you know you're working, but you, oh my goodness, but hate going back to work, that is so silly to me. Stop it. So many people don't have a job. Go back to work. Go back to work positively. Take care of yourself. That ugly that you're bringing, your children see it, your partner sees it. I don't want to go back to work. Look at what you're producing. Look at the energy that you're producing and others are watching. Like, they're like, look at the unemployment numbers are still high. And you have a job? If everybody goes back to work, be of gratitude. 6.1% is the unemployment rate. No, wait. April 20th, 14.8%. That's a lot. Oh, wait. 6.1%. I was right the first time. Wait, I don't understand. Oh, in 2020, it was 14.8%. Okay. In 2021, it's 6.8%. Can you afford not to go back to work? So if you have to go back to work, all right, you might be enjoying unemployment, but who promised you a rose garden? You got unemployment because people are dying. Remember that. You're home because people are dying. Remember that. As you're being asked to come back to work. So go ahead and enjoy your unemployment. Go back to work. All right? How you handle your attitude is a global thing. That's how COVID got here. COVID got here because globally we have been doing so much bad in the world. So much, every country. Those countries that handle COVID, they don't do bad as a culture. Now, I know that's hard to hear, but I'm sorry. It is what it is. But if you look at it, it's about energy that is palpable, that is universal, that is global. If you want to get rid of the COVID, Energetically, we all have to change. Well, Cynthia, don't drive yourself crazy. You know, I know virtual, if you can stay virtual learning, stay virtual learning. Again, only handle what you can. You see the difference? You want to go back to work, but you have a daughter that's virtual learning. If you could stay with your daughter virtual learning, if that's what you prefer, which means you can't work, who cares? Do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm not telling you to go back to work. Now we've got another extenuating circumstance here. So do what's best for you. Just stop worrying. If you don't want your children to get the vaccine and you come from a town that you can homeschool your kids and you could be fine financially, do what's best for you. Exactly. But stop crying about going back to work, because your work is of service to others. If you cry going back to work, what is COVID gonna switch to? Because COVID hears your tears. COVID is God, and COVID hears you. So what we want is for everyone to want to go back to work, because the next round could mean no employment for anyone, because jobs are going to start cutting people. You see how that works, guys? Black light, that is beautiful. I'm just going to post that because it's important for people to understand. Black light said, I worked throughout the entire pandemic at a very demanding job. But as this year has passed, I'm so grateful for that job and what it has provided for me. I think God gave you all a rest. I think, like anything else, it's okay to go back to work. I think your attitude matters. I think if there are extenuating circumstances, like children going to school, which makes you want to not go back to work, I think you're different. And I think you should handle what's important to you. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying handle what's important to you. I'm saying those of you that have to go back to work, change your attitude. You got a huge vacation. So don't be like, I got to go back to work. You were like that in 2019. Go back to work positively, because whatever you do services somebody else. And I don't want you going back to work with a nasty ass attitude, because whatever you do gets handed down to others. Does that make sense? I don't want you doing my payroll if you have a bad attitude about coming back to work. Let somebody else that wants the job quit. I just saw orange butterfly. And I'm dead serious, because I want to receive my check from someone that cares about their job, because it's energy. You don't want to go back to work because you're a cook? Get out. Because when I eat my lunch, I want it from someone of gratitude that I'm here wanting to eat from this restaurant. Ugly duckling, I was waiting for you. I did my podcast. Aw, I was waiting for you to show up. I did my podcast on the Ugly Duckling. It was really good, too. I was going to post it on YouTube, and then I thought I could get a copyright strike, so I can't post it on YouTube. I don't think. No, Jessica, I'm not God, and I'm not looking into the next wave of lockdowns. I don't want to. My prayer is that the lockdown will never happen again. That's my prayer. Because again, look at the selfishness in that answer. In order for the lockdowns to happen, people have to die. Think about what you just asked. I'm not yelling at you, but my God, listen to yourselves. I'm just waiting for the next lockdown. then 1,000,000 people need to die all over the world. Energy. Yes, Terica, you changed your name. Or is it Yes, Terica on IG? Energy is everything. All right. Learn to operate differently and give yourselves about 16 months to work into a place of gratitude. I do not expect you to understand everything metaphysical today. I expect you to learn everything you can about changing who you are in 2019 and how that doesn't work for you in 2020. I completely understand. Thank you, Jessica. That's an important perspective. Thank you, Jessica. Oh my God, thank you. Whew. You know what God said? God said, you save one person, you save the world. Thank you, Jessica. Give yourself 16 months to change. What you've been taught all your life is doo-doo. It's complete doo-doo. And you got to change. Let me tell you something. Okay. This is a good example, right? Who hates to go to the bathroom and do doo-doo? Who hates it? Who doesn't doo-doo enough? I'll wait. Because this is important. Doo-doo. Answer me. Who doesn't like to doo-doo? Oh, Lord have mercy. Love yourself. Know your worth. That doesn't surprise me. Who doesn't like to doo-doo? Who hates it? Lord have mercy. Me. I stay constipated. Okay. Okay. Who else? Who doesn't like to doo-doo? Talk to me. I think I need to do a whole video on doo-doo. Red roses. Okay. Okay. I like that. I don't get enough what, Chi-Chi? I love it. Sorry. If it's TMI, I love it. Let it out. I love going to doo-doo. Yes. Okay. You all hate to doo-doo. If you hate to doo-doo, you do not like yourselves. If you hate doo-doo, if you hold it in, if you're constantly constipated, you don't like yourself. That is your way of giving yourself pain, being overly constipated. Girl, how upset are you when you all clean and wash and then your body goes, can we doo-doo? No. No, we cannot. We do not doo-doo after a bath. Body, condition your body not to doo-doo after a bath. You do, body, listen, you got all day to doo-doo. We got early morning, 6 a.m., whoever gets up at 5 or 6. We got at least until 7. But the minute I take my bath, body, we do not doo-doo. We do not doo-doo. No. I must go to bed with a clean bum-bum. My hiney's clean. It's charming clean. Cynthia, I can respect why you don't doo-doo. I can respect trauma and why you don't do. But do means you don't like yourself. Whatever the cause, somebody taught you not to like yourself. Because do is toxins that need to leave your body. It's mandated. You want to release the toxins out of your life. So, if you don't recognize the toxins that live within that have to come out, you will not recognize toxic people. Because you do not like yourself. So if you don't do, you accept high volume of toxicity in your life. Think about it. Think about it. Start with your do. Start with your do. It's an event. Squat down and be like, God, we are about to do this. Bring a little stool, by the way. The way the toilets are made are really bad for the way our body is shaped. Bring a little stool and put your feet up, because that way your bum is like this. This is your bum in the toilet. Also, gut health will help you to do. Taking care of your gut health. I'm not talking about necessarily what you eat. I'm talking about, although that matters, don't get me wrong, manifesting products that push that stuff out of your body into the toilet. Gut health. So that would be your coat, sea moss. Thank you, love yourself. Thank you so much. Sea moss, let me tell you something. Sea moss gets the doo-doo out. Sometimes you do 2-3 times a day with sea moss. And I gotta tell you, it's clean doo-doo. You know what I mean? It just comes out in one piece, a little bigger than normal, because sea moss is an expansion. So it expands your doo-doo, right? But it comes out in one piece. If you just sit there long enough, you can get maybe 2 or 3 more pieces out. Yeah. Yeah. Sea moss will clear you out. And it's not a temporary thing. That's the one thing Dr. Sebi, when he introduced sea moss, he was really talking to us. You got to take sea moss for the rest of your life. I don't care if you take it in vitamin form. Where's my sea moss? Or you take it. This is vitamin sea moss. I get it from Amazon. I always want to call them Amsterdam. Or you take it chopped up. I take it in my coffee every morning. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't have a spoon around me, but it's in my coffee every morning. And I don't even absorb most of the sea moss. But let me tell you something. Within 24 hours, I am doing a good dump. Me and the toilet have a wonderful relationship. All right, guys. Whew, as always, I stay forever. I just love to talk. I love to talk to you guys. What can I do? What are floaters? What's that? Red roses? What are floaters? when you poop. Oh, I don't get floaters. They might just go straight to the bottom. They don't float. You know what I hate when you do? I hate when you plop something out. It's like fast, it's quick, and you're like, oh, it was in here for like an engagement, and it just comes out, and your body goes, no, I'm done. And then when you look in the toilet, oh, by the way, look at your doodle. When you look in the toilet, the plop was this big, and it's like, ow, body, ow! It literally was like a plop. And you show me this. By the way, look at your doodle. Your doctors tell you that, don't they? Don't your doctors tell you? Look at your doodle. Don't be so quick to wipe and, put toilet over it. Stop being ashamed of your doodle. Your doodle should be a healthy, healthy brown. It should not be dark. It should not be black. It should only change colors based upon what you eat. So if you eat beets, your doodle comes out red. All right? You change your diet to turmeric, something or other, it will come out orange. All right? But for the most part, it should be a healthy brown, like the color of the bark of a tree. Look at your doodle. Sometimes, if you eat corn doesn't break down. Corn is not made organically, people. Don't believe. That's the one thing about corn. Corn doesn't break down. So if you see corn inside your doodle, that's normal, because corn doesn't break down. I don't eat corn. I don't trust corn. It's not made organically. And I think they've decided to choose never to make corn organically. All right, guys. You guys are good. We had a healthy talk about our bum-bums and our doodles. And we will love our doodles. And we will start pushing them out like we're having a baby. Okay? And if men, no constipation allowed. Women, men, you constipated, you give yourself hemorrhoids. Okay? Now, if you're like Whitney Houston and you need to pull it out, make sure you have that healthy partner that will pull your doo-doo out. Oh, yeah. It's okay. If he can go in with his penis, he can put his finger up and help you put on gloves. I'm just saying, he can help you other ways too. Raw. Interesting. Interesting. That's interesting. I never eat corn. I don't trust corn. What if corn is made better, like in Utah? Thanks, Tracy, for the daily therapy. You're so welcome. Today was doodle therapy. Hi, CJ. Aww. I love you all. I love you. I wish you good mental, metaphysical health. I want you all to wish yourselves good health before money. Can't do anything if you don't have your health. And doodle health? Whew. You handle doodle health, you will be okay. I'm telling you. Bye, guys. I love talking about doodle. All right, guys. Let me finish this up. What am I doing? You guys okay? Thank you, Tracy. And we're wishing you most beautiful blessings. Oh, and we are wishing you. Thank you. Love yourself. You go, girl. She's like, I wish myself good health. You go, girl. That's how it starts. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. I'll post it to IG. If that's what you mean by please save. But always, you can always find these videos on YouTube. IG is not the end all. Always come over to YouTube. Especially at the end of the night when you can't sleep. Watch some of these videos.
Gals and guys, go to Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live.
Sorry.